today is day 2 of our Mediterranean cruise, and last night our cruise ship left Ravenna and headed now to Split, Croatia. So when we arrived in port, we were really impressed by how close the port is to the city. You can see right here, we were able to walk right off and go into the city. That tower is where we are going to head to Diocletian's palace, and it is just a quick walk. We actually took the long way, our first bout off the ship, but it worked out because we were able to spot a beach that we wanted to come back and swim at on our way back to the boat. I also just want to point out that the water here was amazing. You could look straight down, and I just love the water of Croatia. So we got off the boat and we went for a little walk. I just wanted to show you a little bit of the port right here. All we had to do was walk out and get on whatever conveyance we had. Now, if you're on excursion, I'm sure your excursion would meet here. Some people had gotten tuk-tuk taxis. I don't know if that's what you call them, these little conveyances that we're going to pass in a minute. And so if you had scheduled one of those, it would be right there. Also, if you wanted to take the hop-on, hop-off bus, it is right here for you to get on. So it was super easy, and as you can imagine, a port where the cruise ship comes in, there were tons of people standing around waiting for you to book them for a taxi or a tour. Here are the tuk-tuks I talked about, and then there is the hop-on, hop-off bus. So many things you can do, or you can walk, which is what we did, and we really liked that because, well, okay, maybe the kids didn't like it as much, but I liked not spending money, and we got to see a little bit more of Croatia at the same time. So you can walk right around the corner. To the left, there are plenty of sidewalks, and you will get to Diocletian's palace, which is one of the major draws. And it is not very far away. There were some statues and things along the way to check out some information about the history of Croatia. And we didn't really have a whole bunch of time because we knew our boat was leaving at 4:30, but we decided to see what we could. And Diocletian's palace is definitely something that you could spend all day at. As we walked by, they had a lot of different souvenirs available, leather bags, and of course magnets, pens, shoes, just so many different things. So if you want to go shopping, there's plenty of places to shop, and as you'll see, there's plenty of places as you enter Diocletian's palace. So here's the one entrance we used. There was more than one entrance, but this is the one we went in first, and I just love taking in all of the old masonry that you see. This right up here ahead is the tower I was talking about from the cruise ship. So you literally just walk in amongst all of these old buildings, and there is some construction that was going on when we were there. And I was told that if we had kept walking through the town, we would have had lots of shops to see, looking down at these pavers that have been here for hundreds of years, and all the stories I'm sure they could have told. Diocletian was an emperor of Rome, and he actually built this palace as his retirement home. It's not very common for an emperor to retire, but he did, and he actually lived here for about 11 years until he died, and it has been very well preserved. In fact, it's a UNESCO World Heritage Site. Here's the main plaza, and on the left is Jupiter's temple. So this plaza gets very full, and especially in the summer when there are lots of tourists. We got to look around some and see all of the old architecture. I mean, we're talking 300 AD. This has been here a very long time. And I was told, actually, as I was researching it, that this plaza was actually used in the TV series Game of Thrones. So if you're a fan of that, then this might look familiar. People actually live in apartments all inside the palace area. Anything inside the walls is considered the palace. There are stores everywhere. And right over here is the temple of Jupiter. And there was actually a fee to get inside, so we didn't go inside, but they have a lot of antiquities around, like that Egyptian sculpture that you can see.
Here we are in the palace of Diocletian, and I found some Roman soldiers. They're out here. You can come, you can get your picture taken with them anytime you want, whenever they're out here. Ave. Right, give them a tip, they'll be happy. Thanks for watching. Check this out. So here I am inside the dome, and randomly saw some Roman soldiers walking down the street. And We followed them and here they are. So you never know what you'll find when you're here in Split, Croatia, checking out the palace. Alright, so those Roman soldiers are giving a show. There's some other people right here. This is pretty cool. So I couldn't get in the front way, so I figured I'd come around the back and we have some. So thank you so much.
You're welcome.
If you'd like to see more of this show that they did, you can check at the end of the video and I'll have some more clips from that because it was fun to see, but I didn't want to put it all in the middle of the video. So if you go down below where the soldiers were standing, you actually get to an underground down the steps. I'm not sure what was originally here, but there are passageways, and now instead of just leaving it empty, they have a bunch of stalls, a bunch of booths for selling things. There were so many different souvenirs that you could buy down here. There was original artwork, just so many things that we got to look at, and we like to get a magnet for family members, so this was where we picked them up. And then if you go the whole way down through, you will come out at that doorway and you will be in the middle of the tourist part of Split, where you can sit and have dinner by the water or get some gelato like we did.
So in Croatia, outside of the palace, stopped at a store, and these are apparently drinks you can only get here or in this area, so we're gonna try them out. That's right, so she said you have to open them in an interesting way, pull that tab, squash it down. Oh, there you go, boom, David popped it down, turn it,
shake it,
and then pull it off. All right, give it a shot.
that's where the stuff is.
Ah, the vitamins?
Oh, that's funny. Yeah.
And the
Okay.
Minibobbles?
You have to inject them into the thing apparently.
All right, what do you guys think?
This is pretty good.
Tastes pretty good?
It sort of tastes like Fanta.
Since it was a hot day, after we left the palace, we took a short walk up past our boat. As you'll see it right here, we walked past it, up the hill, we came to Bacvice Beach. I'm not sure if I said that right, but it is a beautiful little beach, lots of sunbathers, and the water was very clear and you could walk out very far before it got deep at all. We had some snorkeling masks, so it was fun to just look around at little tiny schools of fish out in the water, and they had some dressing rooms that were rather unique on the beach. First time we've seen quite that, and you can check out our YouTube shorts to see the dressing room, so that was fun. Well, we got to spend about an hour swimming, and then we had to go back to the boat, which was again just a nice little short walk. There's plenty to do on the boat, so we didn't mind going back as this would be an earlier day because tomorrow is a sea day. We will be headed to Greece, so all day at sea on day 3, and come back because we are going to show you all around the ship, and also we're going to talk about all the food options, which we really enjoyed and we think you will too. Laku noć!
Others not smiling.
Amen. Carissimi hospites, gratum est mihi quod possum vos humaniter salutare ad accipere in palatium meum, una cum populo et exercitum. Carissimi hospites, intrare, porta palaci aperta est. In other words, welcome. Amen. 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 Custode! Amen. Amen. Amen.
I recorded the whole thing.